Hey, Jason Tushman back here with episode 26 of Spot On Patient Acquisition. Thank you for joining us again. We greatly appreciate your time. So we're here to talk about phone abandonment rate, okay? Very simple concept. You miss phone calls, it costs you money. We all understand that. The things that we want to go over today is how do we eliminate this issue from your business, okay? You may or may not know, but the reality is 20% of the average medical practices phone calls that come in are missed. It means they either go to voicemail or they're not answered fast enough and the consumer goes elsewhere. Now, that is a challenge because you miss 20% of the phone calls. It's also a challenge because in today's market, in 2 seconds, they can find another provider for your services and go elsewhere. So we want to eliminate this 20% today as fast as possible. What are the rules to do this? What are the solutions that you can put in place to start making a decrease to this immediately? All right, the first is you've got to staff for success. And we're not just talking about personnel. That's a huge part of it. What we're also talking about is leveraging your technology, okay, phone trees and things like that to help you, leveraging your people, all right, your human staff, and then leveraging your process if you have a process, okay? Technology, all right? Consider that new patient appointments are the most important thing in your technology, okay? So your phone routing, the first option to a consumer who calls in to talk to you, should be going to new patient scheduling. Hi, thank you for calling Dr. Tushman's office. If you're a new patient, click 1. Boom. That person, that new business opportunity is immediately connected to the appropriate people in your office. So leverage the technology to do that. Based on your call volume, set responders so that if the first person doesn't pick up, it rolls to the second person. Give yourself backup utilizing your phone tree technology, okay? So leverage technology to get new patients and existing patients who want to schedule appointments into a human as soon as possible. Second, make sure you're staffing appropriately to be able to handle the volume of calls that you have, okay? The challenge with handling a volume of calls in today's world is you have to pay attention to the hours of the day. On a typical 9 to 5 day, specifically Monday and Tuesday, the highest volume days of the week, through Wednesday afternoon, your day is going to look like this as far as phone calls from 9 to 5. You're going to have a little bit of a bump in the morning, you're going to have a big bump in the afternoon, and you're going to have a little bit of a bump in the, towards the end of the day. This is a function of consumer behavior. It's universal. It's across the country. Your practice is not specific, different than this, okay? This is driven by human behavior. Your total volume may be different, but consumer behavior dictates this. It's in the morning, they're making the call to you on the way into work or before they get their day started. They're calling you when they can get away from lunch, okay, or have lunchtime availability to get a hold of you, and then they're calling you at the end of the day when they can break away from their job, break away from their routine, and get a hold of you before you close. That's what dictates this. So make sure that you staff for the number of people and understand your abandonment rate when you miss calls during the day so that you can staff to support that. We've talked about routing with respect to technology. One of the most important things, okay, process and response. Every phone call, every new patient phone call should be handled the exact same way every time so that you can measure your key performance indicators. So make sure your process is consistent and done the same way every time by everybody so that if you have a problem in your key performance indicators, you can make adjustments accordingly. Hope this helps you. Look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.